Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Classic Collection, Super Donnie, Super Mikey, and Military Leonardo. That's right, this is the latest wave from the Classic Collection, which is based on some of the vintage action figures from Playmates Toys. As you can see up here in the corner of the box, originally released in 1993 and 1991. So, pretty cool stuff. Love seeing some of these classic figures return, and I thought this was a really great selection of neat variants of the Turtles to come back. So as you can see, the figures still come in that very vintage-inspired packaging. It's got an image of the four turtles up top, kind of that brick wall design, and then the blister bubbles below that showcases our figures fully of Super Donnie and his cool accessories, Super Mikey and his packed-in accessories, and of course, Military Leonardo. So as we rotate these guys around to the back side of the packaging, we've got the same look that we've seen on all of the Classic Collection figures thus far, kind of retelling you the story of how the Turtles became the Turtles, which comes straight off the vintage card backs. I really love that. And then down below here, we have a look at some of the other Classic Collection figures that have been released. For some reason, it's another wave that doesn't have a Raphael in it. I don't know why, because the last wave that we looked at had things like Touchdown Tossa and Leo and Skateboard Mikey. There was no Raph in that wave. So we've got another wave here that gives us a Donnie, a Mikey, and a Leo variant, and no Raph variant, which is super weird. But regardless, let's go ahead and open these guys up and take a closer look at them. Alright, let's get a closer look at these guys and all of their fun included accessories. Let's start things off by taking a look at Military Leo. So, really wacky stuff going on with this guy. And one thing that's always great are the fun accessories. And Military Leo does have a lot of really great accessories. So first things first, taking a look at the figure, he does look very similar to the original. Now, I don't have the vintage figure to stand side by side with this guy, but I am willing to bet that some of the paint deco is a little lackluster when compared to the original. That being said, this one does still seem like he's painted pretty good. He's mostly just wearing this tan outfit with some brown kind of camo-like spots seen on the helmet, the back of the shirt especially, kind of wrapping around the front. He does have nice silver dog tags there, some little grenades hanging on the side. All in all, pretty good. Now, the paint is a bit sloppy. You can kind of see on the helmet how it bleeds onto the face a little bit up there, so it's not super duper clean. But the figure itself feels nice and solid, and does retain all of the articulation from the vintage figures there. You can see swivel at the elbow, up and down movement at the shoulders, left and right movement at the head, and then you got the ball joints at the thighs. Of course, the feet are just in like a stance, but he stands up pretty well. No super duper weird stances with this guy. He does include some crazy accessories, like I said. So, he comes with two of these stink bombs. You can see it says stink bomb on either side of them, which is really cool. And he can grip onto those just fine. He can hold on to both of them. He can grip onto the top of them there. They're just solid blue. They're unpainted plastic, of course, but that typically is how the Ninja Turtle weapons go, especially even in the vintage line. This is one of my favorite accessories. This is like a sausage link rocket launcher or a missile launcher, which is hilarious because if you look at the sculpt work on there, it says Luigi's Pizza on the top. It's like a bunch of pizza boxes that are strapped together with a belt with slots for these sausages to stick through. That's hilarious. And then it's got like this little pipe on the bottom, so you can hold on to that, make it look like it's over his shoulder, and he can blast off some sausage missiles. Now, of course, nothing actually launches out of there, but still just a really, really goofy and fun accessory that I really like. And he's also got this really crazy, like, turret-like gun. You can see it's got, like, soda cans and everything strapped to it. The little lever on there really does wind, and he holds onto that in either of his hands just fine, which is very cool. And then to top things off, he's got an American flag, which is like a little sticker that's wrapped around the plastic weapon, just like it would be on the original toys. The right hand is a little bit more, the left hand's a little bit more open, so it doesn't grip that one very well, but that works great in his right hand there. So, you know, America! You can have Leo charging into battle against the Foot Clan with his crazy sausage pizza box rocket launcher. All right. So, really, really goofy figure, but I like it. I think he turned out pretty good. Alright, so now to the figures that I was the most excited about, which are the supers. So there is Super Michelangelo, and you can see he is very brightly colored with the red and the yellow and the white and the blue, still retaining the orange seen on the elbows, the knees, and of course his mask. Most of it looks pretty good. The paint is just a little sloppy again on the head. You can see just not real clean up there. It's just a little messy. Also, his waist is really loose on this guy. Now, I think it's because they included the spring-loaded feature. So, look, he's got like a power punch. It's not super great. But he does kind of flip around like that, which is kind of cool. It's neat that they still kept that power punch feature intact. Now, he kind of wobbles around a little bit, which I really noticed when I was posing him around. But I like that. I like the power punch. I think that is really cool. The thing that is really great about him, of course, is his accessories. So he comes with a shield and a little blaster, and they're done in this really cool translucent blue plastic. So we'll get those positioned in his hands here. He's got a very, very tight grip on his hands, so he actually holds on to those very well, especially the shield. The blaster's got like a little trigger that doesn't really clip between his fingers, but you can get him to hold on to those. Very cool accessories, but I think the most exciting part with him is that he comes with his sidekick. This is Crackers. He's a little superhero parrot, and a lot of the vintage Ninja Turtles figures came with little sidekick mutants like this, so I think it's really awesome that we got the little sidekick with this new version. A lot of those old ones are actually kind of hard to find. A lot of people lost them with the accessories, so you don't come by them much anymore, so getting one with this figure is pretty sweet. That's my favorite part for sure. Moving along to Super Don, another figure that I always really liked the look of. He is sporting a mostly black and green outfit, still retains the purple on the mask, the elbow pads, the knee pads. Just like with Mikey, the paint's pretty sloppy. Look at the way that bleeds onto his skin tone there. That's a bit of a bummer. I wish that was a little bit more clean. I do love his cape. That's got that turtle shell kind of pattern on there. It's a bit flexible, but it's pretty solid for the most part. But I think it's a really great pattern. And he also has the cool waist twist articulation, like the power punch. I think that is so cool that they included that. He's got some accessories very similar to Mikey's. He's got like a little like wrist launcher or maybe communicator kind of thing. It's done in a translucent yellow that could clip onto either of his wrists just like that. He also has his own translucent yellow shield that's got a big T on there, which is super cool. It matches the T that's on his chest. I love that. So that, you can hold that in his hands just like that. And just like with Mikey, he comes with a little sidekick character. This is Tadpole. So he's like a tiny little super frog. He is very cool. And again, I am just so happy to see the little sidekicks packaged with these guys. I think that is really awesome. That really makes these guys something special. All right. So how about a little bit of comparison time? I don't have vintage figures of that Military Leo or the Super Don, but I do have the vintage version of Super Mikey. So if we compare these two side by side here, vintage is over here on the right, the new one is on the left. You can see the difference in the paint deco. There's a nice black outline on the T, on the chest on the vintage one. The M is painted on the belt. There's stars painted on the knees. The wingtips are painted white on the belt. Overall, the paint job is just better on the vintage figures. So, bit of a bummer that we got some corners cut on the new figures. That does kind of seem to be the trend. You can see the vintage one has that power punch feature as well. So the new ones look nice. They're just not quite as nice as the vintage figures. But at the same time, this does allow you to be able to tell the difference between the new ones and the vintage ones. Also, the copyright information on the bottom will help you tell the difference as well. So there you go, my friends. There is a look at the brand new Super Don, Super Mikey, and Military Leo, part of the TMNT Classic Collection from Playmates Toys. These are starting to hit Toys R Us stores right now, so happy hunting, my friends. And hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Feel free to leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on a review. Until next time, my friends.